Hello, my name is Gustav Beka. It's student ID number 1301213322. I'm here to explain a little bit about the database life cycle and the evolution of database system. Without further ado, let's jump straight into it. The first one is database life cycle. It consists of 5 steps, which are planning, analysis, design, implementation, and finally maintenance. Planning has a purpose to develop an understanding of the situation and how information system might solve a problem or create an opportunity. Some may call this step simply as database modeling. Next one is analysis. Analysis is self-explanatory. Analyze the situation to determine requirements, structure those requirements, and to select system features. There are plenty of ways of structuring data. For example, hierarchical, relational are main focus of the course, object-oriented, and object-oriented object relation. These different ways of structuring data each have its own pros and cons. Deciding which is best depends on what is needed from the database, what purpose does it have, and other requirements. And the next one is design. Now, design are separated into 2 steps: logical database design and physical database design. Logical database design is kind of similar to analysis step, in which it analyzes in detail the data itself before integrating database views into preferred data model. Next one is physical database design, which is simply define database activity. DBMS decide on physical organization of data, design database processing programs. Before finally we come into the next step, implementation. To put it simply, implementation is implementing the designated design from previous step. Load and import data from prior system, also the documentation of the database. And lastly, maintenance. Maintenance has a purpose of monitoring the operation and maintaining the database. Make changes and fix bugs if necessary, and in some cases, optimize the performance of the database. With that, we've come to a full circle to the database life cycle. Next is the evolution of database system. Throughout the times, there have been different database systems developed in their own times, with each having their own positives and minuses. With times, this system got better and better, and some systems become obsolete. These systems are called legacy systems. Based on this timeline, we can see that flat files, lacking of database system, exist from 1960s until mid-1980s. It ended there because there are other better alternatives. For example, the first database system, hierarchical. It is a top-down structure that resembles a tree. It started in the late 1960s and was developed until early 1990s. In between this period, another system has been developed, and that is network database system model. Network database model is a model where each file can be associated to an arbitrary number of other files. The development of it didn't last very long, only lasted around 20 years from 1970s until 1990s. But with the coming of 1990, also marked the beginning of a band of better database systems that is being developed and commonly used to this day. First one is relational database model. This is an example of hierarchical database model. This is an example of network database model. And this is relational database model. It organizes data in form of tables and relationships. Next one is object-oriented database model. It's based on object classes and relationships among them. Next one is object relational, which is the combination of the previous two. And lastly, data warehousing or multi-dimensional database model, which allows us to view data in the form of cubes or star schema. That's it from me. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, have a nice day.